So because my life is moving in a certain way, occasionally I do spend time thinking about the future. And since I'm so well educated and thoughtful and I make lists to plan things out and such like that, my reactions generally tend to go like... It's funny, when you're a kid and thinking about the future, you start thinking about jetpacks and that hoverboard from Back to the Future. But when you actually get to thinking about the future as an adult, I find myself thinking, oh man, wouldn't it be crazy if in the future I could afford a month's rent? Monday mornings I have a class that I teach and I have to get up at 6:30 to get to the school by 8:30. So the night before Sunday I watch my episode of Cosmos, I prepare for the class, I get everything ready, and I start to go to bed around 11. However, when I get to bed, I start thinking, oh man, I better not oversleep. What if I'm not prepared for class? It's going to be really early. What if there's traffic? What do I do then? And it's because of all that I've been having problems sleeping lately. It's like I'm shooting my own future in the foot by worrying about it before it even starts happening. That just sabotages the future before it even has a chance to be a future. For instance, there was this one time in college where I was at a party and one of my friends was like, oh hey, I know this girl and she'd be great for you. You guys will really hit it up. So I was like, awesome, I'm gonna go back to my dorm and grab my whiskey and then I'll come back and totally will flirt and things like that. I think the walk from that party to my dorm took about 2 minutes, but in the span of that 2 minutes, I envisioned the whole relationship. I would make a witticism and she would laugh. She would make a witticism and I would laugh. We would leave the party very confused about what that all was about. I would ask her over to my dorm to watch a movie. We would sort of watch the movie, but talk throughout most of the movie, make out a bunch. Then all we would do would be making out and going out to other parties or hanging out with friends on the lawn. Eventually, down the road, I would realize that I didn't really enjoy her company at all, but because we've already become so interlocked with our friend group, there was just no way we could break up with each other because that would destroy the relationship and the friends, and once that happened, I would have to sit alone in my room, away from everyone else playing video games and eating pizza rolls, and why even bother with all that? I just might as well skip it and not do anything. So, when I went back to my dorm room, I grabbed the scotch and a lightsaber, and I went back to the party going, I am Luke Skywalker! Needless to say, the girl was not interested in talking to me. The fact that my actions now will affect my future forever after is just a little bit too... And to start thinking that way and analyzing things too much to the point that you don't even take action is just not the way you should live life, because you're living that life in your own brain. Maybe the actual life will turn out in a way you can't possibly imagine in your head. And so all these thoughts are combining in my brain and they're causing me to not sleep, and then when I don't sleep I tend to overthink things, and when I overthink things I tend to start sabotaging my own future and taking it apart because I believe that somehow my actions will lead for me to have a certain life that might feel like a trap, but the real trap is that I'm not even living, I'm just thinking, and I'm overthinking. And when I think of that, I start to breathe. I start to think that maybe I can find a good job later in life. Maybe I can find some place to live that's not Brooklyn. Maybe I can find a girl who would find it really endearing that I brought a lightsaber to a party. Maybe find that kind of cute. With that in mind, I think I might get some sleep tonight. I'll see you guys in the future.